Hey up everybody, Magpie9901 here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the Assault class setup that I run in Battlefield 1. Now I'm not going to say that this is the best setup that's in the game, it's just the one that suits me. I think it's a good all-round setup and is a good place to start if you're just starting out in Battlefield 1, because the majority of what I'm using is already unlocked from the start. So let's have a look at what I've been using. First up, for my primary weapon, I am using the MP18 Trench SMG. Now this is the SMG that you start off with in the game, and I've been through other SMGs in the Assault class and a couple of the shotties, and I just keep coming back to this one. It's a good all-round weapon, it's got pretty good damage, accuracy, the hip fire is excellent on it, and it's got pretty good control. It's fully automatic with a 32 bullet clip. Now there are three variations of the M18. There's the trench, the experimental and the optical. The experimental slightly less in hip fire but more in accuracy, but it is a you reduced down to 2 bullet shots at a time. It's not fully automatic, which is a letdown for this weapon because it is really good. The extra accuracy definitely shows in this one, but it just doesn't suit me. I like fully automatic. And then the optical, slightly better accuracy than the trench, but not as good as the experimental, but this is fully automatic, so you're getting like a halfway house. It's a lot better if you're looking to pick off kills from far away, as the hip fire is a lot less than the trench. But again, I've gone for the trench because it's a good all-rounder, covers all the bases. There is there's 4 other SMGs. One of them I haven't used yet at the moment, but I have used all the Automatico ones, which is the Trench, the Storm and the Factory. These are pretty much all the same, barring the Trench, which has really good hip fire accuracy. The other two not so much, but it has really fast rate of fire, which is good, but you've got to be really accurate with it. You're only getting 25 bullet magazines, so if you can be accurate with it, you could probably get 2 precision kills out of a magazine, and then you've got to change, or you'll get 1 kill if you're spraying and praying, which is fine, but again, you're more often than not going to get killed on the reload, which really annoys me. So I've stayed away from these. They are good, they do sound good and they do look good, but it's just that rate of fire is way too much for me. The shotguns, I haven't gone into these too much because in this game I don't think there's a great deal of need for shotguns. They do come in useful now and again in close quarters, but there's not a massive amount of that goes on in the game. Yes, there's urban combat in it where you do get quite close quarters, but again, the shotguns aren't really powerful enough unless you're very close. So I've tended to stay away from these. I think there's too many of them in the game. Way too many of them in the game. Altogether there's 10 of them in the Assault class, and I just think it's a bit over the top really. You don't need all of those within the game. The last SMG is the Hellriegel. I haven't tried this one. It's quite a heavy weapon, so I'm assuming that you can't move too fast with it, but again, I haven't used it yet, so I can't really comment on that. Then we get into the sidearms that I'm using. Now again, subjective, these are just what I've found to favour me. I've been using the Hellfire M1911. It's a good all-rounder again, quite a useful weapon, not really powerful, but as long as you can land a good few shots, it'll get you a good kill. And I do find that in Battlefield 1 that handguns are useful. In previous Battlefield games I've found them very, very underrated, well not underrated, underpowered should I say. Very, very underpowered and very hard to get kills with them really. There was a bit of an afterthought in the games I think, but in Battlefield 1 we've actually got powerful handguns and they become useful. It's definitely better to switch to your handgun rather than try and reload if you're in a situation where you're trying to take 1 or 2 people out, or you look like you're going to get ambushed or something like that. It's better to swap to your handgun than try and reload. Next we get into gadget number 1. Now, for the Assault class you've got 4 different things that you can choose from. You've got Dynamite, Anti-Tank Grenade, Anti-Tank Man and AT Rocket Gun. Now of course if you choose one of these then you can't make it your gadget number 2, you have to pick one of the other two, so you can basically pick 2 of these 4. Now for the first one I have picked the AT rocket gun. It's underpowered in my opinion, but it does come in useful if you can see a tank that's getting hit by somebody. You can drop to the floor because you have to be in prone position to use this, but if you can drop to the floor, get that last rocket in, you can take a tank out. I've done this quite a few times, especially light tanks. It's quite useful against them. You can deal quite a lot of damage. The bigger tanks like the land ship, you may be looking at only doing between 5 to 10 damage at a time, regardless of where you hit it, whereas on a light tank you can do 20 plus damage, so it becomes quite useful against those, and I do find that light tanks are a pest at the best of times within this game, so it's definitely a good weapon to use, that one. Gadget number 2, I have gone for the anti-tank grenade. Again, if you can land 2 of these on the tank, you can disable it, if not destroy it. So these are very useful. You get a couple of assault guys taking on a tank, and that tank ain't going to last 5 minutes. You can take it out very easily. Good all-round weapon. The anti-tank man, I haven't tried this. I've seen a lot of people drop them, but I've very rarely seen them actually take out a tank. It's not something that I've witnessed for myself. And the dynamite, I haven't tried this myself either, so that's going to be something that I'm going to have to try. But definitely the AT rocket and the anti-tank grenade are the ones that I believe are best for picking in the assault class. Grenades, depends how you want to go on this route. I've just picked the plain old frag grenade, but of course you've got gas grenade, impact grenade, incendiary grenade, mini grenade, smoke grenade, and you've got a light anti-tank grenade. So it's whichever one of those you want to go for. I've just picked the frag grenade for now. Don't do too bad with it, I've got quite a few kills. More often than not they're just thrown out of pure desperation or frustration. Now and again you'll get a kill with one, but mostly people tend to survive those. I do find that the incendiary grenades and the gas grenades are annoying. Incendiary, not so much because it'll kill you, because you just do prone and you probably survive if you get hit when you've got 100% health. But it's just, the gas definitely is annoying. It's, as far as I know, gas that's thrown by your own team doesn't affect you, but you've obviously got no way of knowing that it's thrown by your own team because your character still chokes. So putting a gas mask on and that, yeah, it's a bit of a novelty, but it's annoying because you can't aim down your sights then, so it does work out to be a good weapon I suppose if you're using it against somebody, but personally I don't use it. And then we've got the melee weapon. It's obviously got a lot to choose from on here. We've got the combat knife, combat trench knife, the Bedouin dagger, trench knife, US trench knife, you've got the Hellfighter bolo knife, you've got the jambalaya knife, the club, the spiked club, the trench mace, the hatchet, the pickaxe and the shovel. All look really good used in the game. The animations are brilliant. I'm currently using a hatchet, quite like the hatchet, but again it's your preference. It doesn't really make a big deal difference to your character which one you use. Again though, with regards to the sidearms becoming useful, melee weapons have become useful in the game as well. It was always good to get a knife kill in previous games, but now that you've got these different weapons to use to go for those melee kills, it makes it a lot more interesting. And I do tend to find myself using them a lot more than I used to in previous games, and I also find that everybody else is using them quite a lot as well. It's always good to get that melee kill in if you can get it. So there you go peeps, that is my setup for my assault character within Battlefield 1. Of course, it is whatever you're comfortable with. I just believe that this is a good all-round setup for Battlefield 1. The assault class is one that I primarily play within the game, and it's one that I play in a lot of Battlefield games. I do like the assault classes more than the others, but I have found with this Battlefield game that I'm tending to quite enjoy doing the scout as well, which is something that I never used to like in previous games. So I will be doing a video on my scout setup once I've had a bit more of a play around with the weapons in that. I do believe I've found my sweet weapon in that, but I'm not 100% sure, so I've got a couple of others to try out yet. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, give it a thumbs down. Don't forget to let me know what you like to use for your assault setup in the comment section down below, and I shall catch you in the next video. Take care.